And welcome to the lungs of the earth. We're here in the world's largest rainforest for this special edition of Environment. In this edition we'll be looking at the forest bursary, a system whereby families and communities are being paid to respect their environment. However, it will take a lot of money to keep all the trees standing. 80% of deforestation is caused by the clearing of land for cattle ranches, and that's a sector that is growing. And finally, we'll be bringing you to the capital of the Brazilian Amazonas region, Manaus. There, with a population that is constantly growing, the borders are spreading, much to the detriment of the forest and indeed the inhabitants of the city. So first, back to this reserve, currently a 2-hour boat trip outside of Manaus. But a bridge is under construction that will link the city directly with this region, and so the community could see a lot of new arrivals. Hence the need to put in place a system of protection for the forest. Here, people are being paid not to cut down trees. Sakura on the banks of the Rio Negro, a community 80 kilometres from the hustle and bustle of Manaus. It's the latest reserve to sign up to the forest bursary scheme. 32 families here have promised to take only a strict quota of the forest's riches.
Why was the reserve created? To avoid having people from the outside invading our space and destroying everything because they're not used to our way of life. People from outside just come and cut down trees to clear land and then leave again.
Sebastian spots the potential protection of the programme, but is aware of the restrictions it already puts on the villagers' production.
Today, the families in this community have to pay careful attention to what land they clear, because of the agreement signed in an office concerning the forest bursary. It says that we can only clear small patches of land that have less vegetation, and that we can't touch any virgin forest. For 65-year-old Alfredo, since they agreed to protect their surroundings, the villagers are only scraping by, and the monetary compensation given by the scheme doesn't cut it.
It
was a very sudden change for us. If they gave us a bit more, not like a full salary, but a bit more to help families get by. But that, 50 reais, what's that worth today?
Voclia works with the group that coordinates the scheme. Today she's handing out the last of the bank cards given to those who have signed up.
We have your card for you. Oh, it's finally here. Yeah, so with that now, you can go and get the money at the bank.
A bit of plastic to help protect the environment.
For example, to buy a bottle of gas, it's 50 reais. That's all the money can get you. So it's a bit of a motivation to go in the right direction, because we can no longer work with wood, which is okay because we know that it's not good to burn wood, especially because of the effect it has on climate change.
An engagement to protect their environment that has a price not always easy to accept. Well, here, as you can see, is a patch of burnt and blackened forest ground. The Brazilian government has set itself the ambitious target of reducing deforestation by 80% by 2020. Cattle ranching is the main culprit, and last year authorities started confiscating cattle raised on newly cleared lands. But now a farmer in the east of the Amazons might have a solution that keeps everyone happy.
Mauro Lucio Costa is a rancher in Brazil's Paragominas County. His ranch is often described as a model farm by environmentalists. By using a rotating grazing system for his cows, he manages to stay within Brazilian law, which says all farms in the Amazon must preserve 80% of the forest.
The trend is to give value to the standing forest. So I believe if we preserve and take care of it, it will have more value than if we deforest.
And according to Costa, his system is not only environmentally friendly, it's also more efficient. He says he can produce 4 times more beef per hectare than most farms in the area. Cattle ranching remains the leading cause of deforestation in the Amazon, and this is a typical landscape. Since 2008, the government has stepped up its efforts using satellite images to monitor what it calls pirate cattle and illegal deforestation.
In the last 11 months, we were able to reduce deforestation in Paragominas by 86%. Local government made a pact with the producers in order to achieve zero deforestation.
Brazil's government claims it's made the fight against Amazon deforestation a priority. It's expected to present the results of its efforts at the major UN climate change meeting in Copenhagen next month.
The population of Manaus quintupled in the space of just 3 decades, putting enormous pressure on its environment. Waterways got seriously polluted, but it looks like that stream is starting to turn. Jean-Pi, a neighbourhood in the heart of Manaus, a victim of the city's success. While businesses boomed, the population also mushroomed, and newcomers set up home along the tributaries of the Rio Negro, in areas with no sanitisation or other services. The result today are polluted waterways that snake around homes.
As soon as I started living here, I started getting ill regularly. Almost every week I'm down with something. Even today I have a sore throat. Yesterday I was feeling miserable.
A few pipes down, a 30-year-old Marcus set up his hairdressing business. At €2 a cut, he has no shortage of customers, but even so, he dreams of leaving the area.
There are lots of mosquitoes here which bring in disease. The kids seem especially prone, and they have lots of health problems. I and others want to move to better conditions.
Sergio Bringle, who works with the Amazon National Institute of Research, can see in seconds the water's woes. A quick dip test shows the presence of heavy metals and acidic properties.
The population of Manaus literally exploded, from 150,000 to over 1 million in less than 30 years. And there was no urban planning in place. There's no strict rules about land occupation.
But since 2006, the stream has started to stir. A social and environmental programme, ProSamim, has renovated chunks of the city, with over 20,000 families benefiting from clear changes.
Today, frankly, I have a nice situation. I live in nice surroundings and, after years of paying rent, I have now been able to buy this apartment.
The aesthetic makeover continues, but beneath the cosmetic improvements, the pungent waters still run, putting a blight on brand new parks. However, for the governor of the region, this is only the start of a long project.
Unfortunately, it takes time to. It's very easy to degrade it, but it's not easy to come back. So we'll take I would say, 5 to 15 years to those creeks are as we should head and keep it.
Clearing the city's waters and thus stopping the flow of waste into the rivers, a goal that would make Manaus more livable and protect the capital's wider surroundings. Well, sadly, that's where we're going to have to leave it for this special edition from Brazil. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you again next time.